see anybody because of the lights. So, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome to the China Institute's China New Year concert. I'm John Frampton. I'm the director of the China Institute and have been now for a number of years. I think this evening is a special occasion. I think we've had 8 or 9 of these New Year concerts, but this is the first time that it's actually been on the eve of Chinese New Year, so making it a little extra special for you all. As in previous years, that's what the concert is about, to celebrate Chinese New Year, but it's also to celebrate Chinese culture, and it's a chance for us in the university to reflect on the work that we do in China and with Chinese partners, and how that has progressed over the last year, the Year of the Pig. Our celebration gives us an opportunity to bring together people from across the university. I see that there are a wide and diverse group, but as well people from the city and the region who have an interest also in Chinese culture and working with Chinese partners. So 2019, now we're in 2020, but 2019 and the Year of the Pig has been, as before, a very busy year, and I think the years get busier and busier as our activities in China grow and grow. I won't say too much about too many of the things that we have done over the last year, but I think a very notable event for us, because it was a celebration of the types of things we do, was our Vice-Chancellor, Professor Sir David Eastwood, visited China in October, and he focused on the 2 cities of Guangzhou and Nanjing. And the significance of that is not only that those are very important places to us for the university's work, but they're also sister cities of the city of Birmingham. Another feature of last year, again reflecting the success of the university as a whole and the way that we are viewed by China, is that we had a 20% increase in the number of Chinese students coming to the university. And any of you who are frequently on the campus will be familiar with the fact that the number of Chinese students that you see around is really very impressive. In fact, last year we were even voted in China as the favoured university in the UK from the perspective of the parents of potential students. So we must be doing something right. So, this year has been good, and we, of course, have a full portfolio of activity looking forward to in the upcoming Chinese year, the Year of the Rat. You'll have noticed when you came in that we are bathed in red light, quite appropriately, and particularly that the clock faces of Old Joe have turned red for the night. And as before, this has become I think now a very popular annual event, in that I think it's almost like the selling out of a pop concert. Within a few hours of releasing tickets on the website, they're all gone. So once again, this event wouldn't happen if it weren't for our dear friend Di Zhao, Didi, who I think many of you are very familiar with, and she has helped immensely in shaping and organizing this event. And again, she has created a vibrant and diverse program. For those who have been to these events before, it's different this time. But there are some, let's say, old favorites coming back. So certainly from my perspective, very much looking forward to seeing some of those again, but also the new components. And the idea is to give a flavor, I think, of East meets West. So it's really a fusion, if you like. So in addition to Didi herself, our performers include, I'm not going to name all of them, but I'm just going to pick a couple of highlights that were in the materials that you may have seen already, actually. So we have the singer-songwriter Mary Jess, who in 2009 won in China the I Want to Sing to the Stars competition, which I think most people would call Chinese X Factor. A televised talent competition in Nanjing. And unlike X Factor in the UK, it was seen by rather more people. So something around the region of 70 million people watched her perform and win that competition as as a British person in a Chinese environment, so very impressive. We also have the duo of Ruth Angel and Sid Peacock, who I looked up their Facebook page today just to get a flavor of how they describe themselves. And they describe their music as a heady blend of original and traditional pieces with mellow melodies and tall tales. So I'm looking forward to that. And there are several more, as I said, that we have, some of us have seen before. So please put your mobile phones on silent. I think I've done mine. You can take photographs, but please don't use a flash. And this is the message that I get very strongly from my team, is to say that tweet, please, if you do that sort of thing. And the way to attach your photos and comments is through @UOB China, #CNY2020. Okay, so without further ado, let the performances begin. Thank you.
Happy New Year! 新年快乐，新年快乐。Well, welcome to 2020 Didi and Friends Chinese New Year celebration concerts, and welcome to your show. Well, you truly own this show because since 2012, we have been sold out each year, and we have a long waiting list. And without your support, we cannot make it. So thank you very much to be here to celebrate the Chinese Eve with us. I also want to pass our special thanks to China Institute to provide us such a wonderful platform, especially thanks to Nina, Shuti, and Aaron and their team to make this evening so special and so painless. Well, on tonight's stage, well, I need some sunglasses. We have some really bright stars with us tonight. We have the truly amazing Mary Jazz. Well, she's the winner of the Chinese X Factor, and she has millions of fans across the UK and China. And here we have a very special couple, Ruth and Sid Picard. Very talented jazz musician and Irish composer. And we have beautiful Chinese traditional dancer, Grace Du. She's with us in the past show, so welcome back. Thank you very much. And we will see you later and to see all the talents. And we will have an evening packed with excitement and more surprises to come. Now, if you have been to my show before, you probably will know this is not a show that you'll be told off if you sneaky want to take a picture or you enjoy the show so much you want to hum along. In fact, I want you to take as many pictures as you like and share it on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter to tell all your friends what an amazing evening you're having and make them very jealous. So, without further ado, I'm going to play you two pieces inspired by the spring because I think it's only appropriate to play something about the spring because we're in the spring festival. So this is two very different pieces. The first one is a Western piece called Silver Spring by William Mason. It's an American composer. And the second one is a Chinese folk tune called Spring Dance, 春舞. I love spring because I love the metaphor of spring that is so energetic and is so hopeful. I know 2019 wasn't the easiest year for you guys because the climate change and with the Brexit and with the election. But I love the saying of if we are in winter, then spring won't be far. Thank you very much. Well, next I'm going to bring you a song. I'm not going to sing, don't worry. It's a very popular Chinese song called 我爱你中国. I love you, China. Sounds very patriotic, but actually it's very popular in karaoke. It's definitely my mom's signature song. And when I asked Mary Jazz, I said, it's this really nice song, would you like to try it? And she said, oh, I always want to learn this song. So she actually learned this song for tonight, for this special occasion. Isn't it nice? So let's welcome back Mary Jazz. There she is with another stunning outfit. Oh, you look absolutely amazing. Thank you for joining us tonight. Yes. Well, I know you are fluent in Chinese, so why don't you just greet our audience in some Mandarin?
大家好，我非常开心来到这里啊！我也要祝你们新年快乐。
I'm sure everybody is very curious that how you learn your Chinese. Can you tell us a little bit about that? Well, yeah.
Yes, absolutely. So I learnt my Chinese really because when I was really little, I was going around telling everybody I want to be a singer. And so my grandmother gave me an amazing piece of advice. And she said, you must always have more than one string to your bow. So you must always have a second qualification, something else that you can do. And so when Mandarin Chinese was offered at my school, I thought, great, that's a marvelous opportunity. That would be a fantastic second string to my bow. And so I took it, and that led me out to Sheffield University and then to Nanjing University in China.
Wow, that's fascinating. And tell us a little bit about the X Factor in China. I know you are broadcast to 17 million people. How's that feel?
Terrifying, in a word. It was very scary.
I was watching that YouTube online. It was like 100, how many 100,000? I didn't count, but it just, you look so relaxed and so comfortable on stage.
Well, I'm glad it looks that way. Well, really, how that came about was because I was given another amazing piece of advice, this time from my mum. She said, you must always make the most of every single opportunity available to you. And I think that's very important in any field, but especially when you want to be a singer when you grow up. So when I was being taken around the Nanjing TV studios as part of a school trip, I was taken into this studio where I saw a Chinese man singing his heart out on the stage, and I thought, I know what that is. That is a singing competition, and it's quite possibly the biggest, most amazing opportunity I've ever been offered in my life. I have to get on that show. And so I ran around for 2 hours trying to find the producer, and when I finally found him, I said to him, 我真的爱唱歌，请让我参加这个唱歌比赛。 I said, I love singing.
Yeah. I'm going to translate her Chinese now.
I love singing. Will you please let me enter this television contest? And thankfully, he said yes. He auditioned me there and then on the spot, and he said, yes, you can be part of the show. And so I was very, very lucky that my second string took me to the opportunity that then enabled my singing to become my career. And now I'm so lucky because I get to do both. And that is just amazing that I get to combine those two things that I really love. And it's all thanks to those pieces of advice that I was given when I was a little girl.
Wow. Well, I know you're extremely busy because every time when I write to Mary Jazz, she was just like, oh, I'm in Germany, sorry. And then next is, oh, I'm in Singapore next week. And so we're very, very lucky to have you here tonight with us. Maybe you can share your next big news. What's on your agenda next?
Yes, absolutely. So early this year, I have my live album, which is coming out, so in just a few months, and that'll be my 4th album. And the other thing that I'm very excited about as well is that I've just recorded one of my favorite Chinese operatic arias, and now it's used to celebrate Chinese New Year. So what I've done is I've made it available completely free for you tonight, and that's why you have postcards around your seats. So if you look on the postcard, you can get that song song completely free, and I will sing it later. So if you enjoy it as much as I do, then please get that as my gift to you to say thank you for coming along to our show and Happy New Year. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much to Didi Xiao on the piano for me for that one. Thank you, Didi. Well, I'm so thrilled that Didi invited me to perform here for you tonight. And I've got another Chinese song as I promised, but first I'd like to sing you an English song. And it's one that I feel so blessed to sing because the lyrics are so beautiful. I get to sing this wonderful song wherever I go. But to tell you the story of how it came about, I was performing my showcase for my debut album with Decca Records. We were showing industry professionals the new music that we had created. And after the show, I was being taken round to meet everybody that was there. And one person I was introduced to was called John Lunn, and he's a marvelous composer. And he said to me, "Mary Jess, I've heard of you, but now I've actually heard your voice. I was wondering if you'd like to lend your voice to the lyric version of the main theme of Downton Abbey." Now, I'd love to be able to stand here and tell you that I was very professional about this and said, "Oh, John, that would be lovely, thank you very much." Instead, it was more like, "Oh my gosh, are you joking? I'm so excited, thank you." Probably not the most professional way of coming across to all these industry professionals, but I was so excited. Do we have any other Downton Abbey fans in the audience tonight? Oh, we do. Hello, friends. Well, this song has now been included on 3 of the official soundtrack albums, and so I feel so lucky that I get to lend my voice to this song and sing these beautiful lyrics wherever I go. Now, a lot of people liken the lyrics to the story of Matthew and Mary, so if you're a fan of the show, you'll know their story, and you can imagine their story as I sing this. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to perform for you now the Downton Abbey theme. This is "Did I Make the Most of Loving You?"
Did I make the most of loving you? So many things we didn't do. Did I give you all my heart could give? To unlived lives with lives to live. When these endless lonely days are through, I'll make the most of loving you. I'll make the most of loving you. Did we make the most of all we had? Not seeing you makes my heart sad. Did we make the most of summer days? We still have time to change our ways. When these endless lonely days are through, I'll make the most of loving you. I'll make the most of loving you. I'll make the most of loving
Thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're now on to the other Chinese song that I promised you. Now, this is one of my favorite songs that I've ever heard. And it was introduced to me by the TV studios where I won the singing competition. They were celebrating their 10-year anniversary. And so they wanted all the winners from all the past competitions to come back and perform for this big celebratory show. So they sent me this song and they said, "Do you think you could sing this for us?" And my first reaction was, no. It's a wonderful song, but it's one of the hardest songs I've ever been asked to sing. But I loved it so much, I thought, right, I'll give it a go. Give me a week, and I'll get back to you, and I'll tell you if I can sing this or not. And I got back to them and I said, I love it. I will definitely sing it for you. So I went out to Nanjing University and out again to the TV studios. And I was rehearsing for the show thinking, oh, this is really exciting. I've got a lot of dancers. This is wonderful. And then was feeling really confident about the performance. And then I came out and was singing live on Chinese television to 70 million people. No pressure. The hardest song I've ever sung in my entire life. Again, no pressure. And they've neglected to tell me, they forgot to tell me, that there was a bubble machine right there, projecting bubbles right at my face. Now, I had images of me choking on a bubble live on Chinese television in front of 70 million people whilst trying to sing the hardest song I've ever sung in my life. Now, I'm sure that would have made great television, but it's not the kind of show I wanted to give. Now, I think I managed to hide the terror on my face quite well, but you can judge for yourselves, because when I send you this song for free, there is also a link to the video, so you can see the video performance of me singing this live on Chinese television. So judge for yourselves. Thankfully, today I don't see any bubble machines, so we should be all right. But ladies and gentlemen, I'd love to now perform for you with Grace. She'll come out in a minute. One of my favorite Chinese operatic arias, perfect for this time of year because it is spring ballet, 春天的 ballet.
星来开结花卉，是为了那声鸟真正地来见见飞，春天的芭蕾，灿烂的芭蕾。随着脚步轻舞放飞，将一曲春天的芭蕾，天神般的容颜最美，真情盛放清晨无悔。春天，这芭
Absolutely fabulous. Mary Jazz and Grace too. Thank you. Thank you very much. Another round of applause. Thank you. Wow. Next, we're going to welcome back a very special couple, Sid and Ruth Peacock. Welcome. Well, I know Sid and Ruth can trace back to our student years, isn't it? It's a long time ago. How are you doing, Sid? Are you enjoying?
Very well. It's been great crack tonight. He's having a good night.
Funny enough, because, you know, I'm a Chinese, and when first I met Sid, and he said, oh, let's have a crack with it. And I thought he's going to sell me some drug. You see, when a Chinese meets Irish, it is subtitle. So later on, I only found out that he means, let's have some fun. So let's see, what can we do? The stages are yours.
One, two. It's really lovely to be here. We're grateful to come and help you celebrate Chinese New Year. It's also quite poignant for me. When I'm from Northern Ireland, Worcester Bay, Ireland, ran. And but we have Scottish roots as well, so it's very close to Robbie Burns night, and so it's a great time to come and celebrate. And if you'll see, we've left some flyers here on your seats, and this is a festival that we're running in Midlands Arts Centre on the 25th of April, if you'd like to come down. I've been working in Chongqing with the Chuanju Opera Troupe, and I went there in 2014 with the British Council and was a musician in residence. And then we went back again this year and performed with them in May. And then Ruth and I went out to Shanghai and performed at the Xintiandi World Music Festival with some musicians from the Sichuan Opera Troupe there as well. So in May, hopefully, they will all be coming here. In April, they will all be coming here. May, I've got a month off in May. In April, they'll all be coming here and working with us at the MAC for a week. And we're going to make some new music inspired by Celtic music, folk music, and of course, Chuanju opera music. So there it is there. There's a lot of free stuff happening on that day as well. If you want to know more about it, come and speak to us afterwards. So we're going to start tonight with a tune that we played out in Chongqing, and they really liked it, so we thought we'd play it for you too. It's not a we're going to play some Chuanju opera tunes after this one, but the first one's actually a Celtic tune that we wrote together, Ruth and I, and it's about the beach beside a place called Malahide. And the thing about this is the water it was a beautiful sunny day when we went there, but the sea water was very turbulent, and so it's a piece of music about how beauty and danger often go together.
Well, I don't know about you, but I was dancing with the tune. Well, if you want to dance and sing, please be our guest. And the next tune is very special. We have an extra artist joining us, Mas Gidding, and he's going to play some Chinese flute and Chinese special instrument. We also have a mysterious guest just arrived, so watch out. Truly amazing! Wow! How do you manage to do that? I think everybody wanted the secret. What's the secret?
Enjoyed it.
Well, I think it's a secret, so just keep it secret. Otherwise, I will book some lesson, and maybe next time when I do my concert, I could just. I might be a second career. I sell lots of tickets. Wow, that's amazing. Thank you so much. Now, let's welcome back all our artists on the stage, and we are going to play you the last piece of tonight. And if you enjoyed it, if you want to join us, please feel free to hum. This is the song that you all know. Well, if you're Chinese, you will know. It's Kang Ding 情歌, Kang Ding love song. It's a beautiful folk tune, but you might think you know it. Actually, you don't know it yet, because our very talented Irish composer, Sid Picot, he do a very clever arrangement and really jazz it up and make it a blast of the evening. Enjoy. Thank you again for coming tonight. I hope you enjoyed the show. And don't forget to text and tweet about the evening, and then hashtag UOB the China Institute. Again, I want to thank China Institute for providing such a wonderful platform to us. Especially, I want to pass my thank you to the president, Professor John Frampton. Would you like to join us on the stage, please? John. Well, John, a little bird tell me today is your birthday.
It is, yes.
So we have something special for you. You all know the tune. Johnny.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear John. Happy birthday to you.
Shall we say Happy New Year together? Happy New Year! 新年快乐!